Well, I don't know what you actually want to know because unfortunately this is a pre-recorded show, but here's this week's Here's How. And this week, here's how you can get free renovations in your rental property. If you mix moss and natural yogurt together in a blender, it makes a form of natural graffiti. Apply this paste to your walls, spray it every now and then with a little bit of water, and boom! Instant damp. Ask around at the pub for a bit of asbestos, then take it home, remove a small part of your plasterboard, place the asbestos inside of the wall, and you'll have to have a sizable piece, bear in mind, and be careful not to catch asbestosis, but paper back over the new addition to your home, then strip that whole wall and expose the asbestos, then simply inform your landlord and or local council. A small electrical fire can destroy more than just your home, but if you can get the smell of burning in your house and hide it under your floorboards, you could convince the landlord that you think there's an electrical fault. Fake an injury caused by something built within the home, then claim it's a hazard, almost blackmailing your landlord into renovations. Or the money for the works. You could make gambling things, like bets, with builders and plumbers and that, being like, yeah, I bet you I can spell echinacea and ashwagandha, and they'll be like, I don't even fucking care what that means, no. And you're like, nah, come on. If I can spell ashwagandha right 37 times, or even better, 15 times, like the amount that seems to come in each box of Magic Mind productivity packs that you can get from Magic Mind website, which will be a link in the description underneath if you're wondering. And you're like, if I can spell it 15 times right, and they're like, that's not impressive though, spelling the same word 15 times right, why would I be impressed by that? And then you say to them, well, what about then if I put my productivity to the test? How about if I can spell ashwagandha 15 different ways, and you can still tell that word's ashwagandha, you do my extension for free. Or without labour charges, because you might not be able to get everything for free. But it's just you're trying to get a free renovation, innit? And the builder will be like, you know what? As he takes a drag on his cig, he's be like, you know what? I am a gambling man, so go on. 15 different ashwagandhas, and you're there. You're going A, S, H, C, H. And you're getting extra syllables in there, but of the same sound in as many different ways as you can. And the guy's like, what do these things even do anyway? And it's like, it's just a thing you can drink of a morning, to try and help yourself. And it's a nice way to, drink a bit less coffee in the day. Because I've noticed you drink a lot of coffee, mate, while you've been working on my conservatory and that, and getting rid of the mould on my walls. And the guy's like, so where do I sign up for this? And you can tell him. You can tell him to sign up at www.magicmind.co/aroundyou. That's ARUNDEWE. And if he goes and uses the subscription code for a discount, AroundYou20, which will be in the description of the episode as well, if you do want to show this person that you're trying to coerce into giving you free renovations for your house or flat, he'll get 56% off his subscription if he does it within the next 10 days of you listening to this episode. But there's other ways you could get free renovations with these as well. What you could do is you could drink one of them, right? And then you go and find yourself a builder or a scaffolder or something, and then you just wing the empty bottles at his head, and you do it every day till you build up a rapport with the guy, and then you're like, hey, you all right, mate? He's like, then when he's trying to start a fight with you to show off to his friends, you say, look, I was just doing it because I wanted to make friends. I don't really know how to make friends. I've not listened to Here's How to Make Friends yet by World Around You because I've not been on his YouTube to look for it. But I was hoping this would make us make friends, and then you might be able to help us with some building work I need doing, because we're such good friends, because you're so good at headering and volleying little plastic bottles that hold in various amounts of different types of mushrooms that help with productivity. And the guy, the scaffolder, would be like, oh, mate, I didn't realise you were trying to be my mate. Yeah, of course, I'll give you some scaffolding here. You can use this, and I even know some electricians and that'll help you. What's that stuff again? Oh, it's called Magic Mind, mate. Do you want a box as well? You want to go to magicmind.co/aroundyou and use the discount code AroundYou20 for 56% off your subscription if you're going to subscribe to them, so you get them, every so often, however many times they tell you going to send it to you. They're nice as well, It's a nice little way to start your day. If you can't tell, I've just drank one before recording this little addition to the episode, to encourage other people to have it. And the scaffolder's like, "What are you on about, episode, mate? This is real life. This isn't a TV show." And then he caves your head in because he just thinks you're a mentalist. But there's other ways you could get, free renovations on your house. If you're going on holiday, it's worth collecting some really dirty water in some Tupperware boxes and spreading them around your house, remembering to hide them in case of a random visit from the landlord. Then, with the last one, sprinkle it on the carpets and claim there is a problem with the drains. Did you know that a landlord needs to give notice before entering your home? Well, if you can find out where they drink, befriend them, and somehow get them into your home, whether immediately or at a party later in the week, just make sure that you take photos and videos that only contain the landlord in, and make sure to timestamp your evidence. If you meet your landlord before you accept the contract, tell them that if they redecorate, you'd be willing to pay a couple £100 more, then sign the original contract without them knowing. Collect things from back alleys and bins to truly upcycle your home. Add to it by using non-fire retardant materials. Clad your walls with broken pallets. Shabby chic until you realise the ceiling light switch is conveniently no longer working. Find a way to meet your landlord's mother. Regularly complain to her about the state of your home. Still be a friend in that, don't just only complain to her. Remember to cough a lot as well when you're around her and make yourself look pasty each time you go to meet her. Use a fake text service to produce sexually aggressive text messages from your landlord. Then, show them to his or her partner. Explain how you've saved them from a shoddy relationship and you think your hallway would look better in duck egg blue. And that's the end of this week's Here's How. I'm hoping you're enjoying the shows, and I'm hoping that these ads that are getting chucked in sort of adding to it rather than detracting from it. But if you want to listen to them without the ads and see this as the full form video that you would have been able to watch live on YouTube when it was recorded a couple of years ago, it went out as a radio show, innit? Well, as part of a radio show. But this you can watch them on my Patreon, mate. Patreon.com/worldaroundyou. I'm not going to keep you for too long in it, but you get all my ebooks, you get all 4 of them. That's More You Know, Uneducated Guesses, 50 Ways to Torture a Sloth, and How to Date an Antique Table, a Lover's Guide. Bonus episodes as well, mate. Not every day, they're called daily updates, but I can't do it every day because otherwise I'd just be making stuff up. But it tends to be stuff I've been thinking about or worrying about. I try and do them every 2 or 3 days. There's 150 odd up there as I'm recording this one. There may be more by the time this one goes out. But yeah, there's quite a lot on there, and video episodes, and all of the episodes that I've recorded so far, which is the equivalence of 70 odd episodes for the radio, which works out on here as about 150 episodes as is. Plus there's other little bonus longer episodes and other bits on there as well. Sometimes there's announcements on there as well. If I've made some new pencil cases, I put it out on there first. So for £3 a month, that's what you get. But just so you know, there's the option, Anyway, thanks for listening to this. I've seen there's a lot more people listening recently, so thanks for giving it a go. And